right.
Peggy, take it away. Please tell us about yourself and your program.
Okay, I am Peggy Point, and I have lived here for 27 years, so I've seen a lot of changes. Been involved with first the Historical Society way back when, and I'll give you the background on that and then go from there. So I'm giving you a short history of the Lakewood Heritage Committee, and probably none of you in this room are familiar with us, but anyway, we're glad you're here.
Some are, for sure.
Oh, okay. The Lakewood Heritage Commission began as the Lakewood Historical Society. Way back in 1988, Byron Varner, who lived across the street from where the Heritage Center is, had the idea that Lakewood needed to preserve its history. It was the 25th anniversary of Lakewood's founding, and Byron persuaded the Lakewood Civic Corporation, who you'll hear a lot about, to initially fund the project. A nonprofit tax-exempt corporation to which you could donate was founded. A need for space to store these archives was first on the agenda. He had a meeting with Charles McCoy, who was a resident here, and it resulted in a gift of some property. And this was sold, and the current 2-acre property on the corner of Loman's Crossing and Hirsch Creek was purchased. That building, if you remember, it was not exactly beautiful, but it served the purpose for a while. The artifacts and archival materials were stored there, and the Historical Society came into being. In 1994, the Spirit of Freedom Monument was begun, and it was dedicated and unveiled on Veterans Day, 1995. It was originally established to pay tribute to Lakewood residents who served in the armed forces during World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. A smaller monument was added to the site to honor those citizens who gave their efforts in the cause of freedom and peace on the home front. And so with the ongoing uncertainty of world events subsequent to the attack on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon on September 11, 2001, an additional monument was developed to pay tribute to Lakewood residents who served in the armed forces in Desert Storm and afterwards. And names are still being added to that monument. So, by 1999, the archives that we had grown to the point that an archivist was needed. And Matt Darby was employed. He was a graduate of UT, and he gave us the good foundation that was needed in having mostly documents, pictures, etc. After this, it became, after termites were found eating out the walls, it was decided that we needed to do something about a new building. And the Historical Society didn't have the money to do that. And it was in the Articles of Incorporation, if the Historical Society could not carry on, that we would become a part of the city. And so that happened in 2001, and we became the Heritage Commission. And so we moved everything that was in that building to a storage facility and began plans to build a new history center. The new building was completed in 2005, and it was built with money donated from the Historical Society, the City of Lakewood, and citizens' donations, lots of it. The grand opening was held in November in conjunction with the Veterans Day event. We have a very special event every first Friday in June, and it's our annual Quarter Century Club celebration. If you've lived in Lakewood for 25 years, I see a lady nodding. Have you been there? Yeah, okay.
And Hannah too, I mean, 'cause not
Been here
anybody
since
else.
83, 82.
Okay. That's,
Yeah.
well,
Great.
you should get an invitation then. So anyway, this celebration was Pat Jacobson's idea, and we celebrate people that have lived here longer than 25 years, and it's just fun. It's just fun. And people get to visit, and we began at the park in 1999, and we had about 50 people there. Last year we had 200, so it has grown. And the main thing to know about the Heritage Committee is what it's called now, is that its main purpose, main goal, is to preserve and promote the history and historical resources in Lakewood. Thanks.
Excellent, thank you very much.